So, this is going to be on how to make a model ceiling fan that I call the Spider out of K'NEX pieces. Stay tuned. So here's just a quick overview of materials or parts, since you don't really need materials other than your hands to build these. But anyway, you're going to start off with the 8-way connector, which is going to act as your flywheel. You're going to need at most 8 of these 7.5 inch or around 19 centimeter long rods. And then optional for better air movement and more decoration, and I'll explain why in a little bit, you're going to need 8 of these 3-way connectors. Mine are red. Of course, colors will vary. Keep that in mind. But you're going to need 8 of these, or how many ever blades you're going to put is how many of those you're going to need. And then you can add even more decoration by adding these 1.25 inch or about 3 centimeter long rods here to increase air movements, if you're looking forward to, if you look for that, or just again to add more decoration to the fan itself. I'll explain how to put all these in a bit. Okay, so if you didn't catch it before while I was explaining the materials you're going to need or pieces, then here it is in writing. You can screenshot this, pause the video, do what you gotta do, but I'm going to explain it again. Again, these are pieces at most. You're going to need 8 3-way connectors, which are those red pieces I showed you over here. Of course, colors will vary. You're going to need 1 of the 8-way connectors or flywheel, if you want to call it that as well, because that's what we're going to be using it for. You're going to need 16 of these 1.25 inch or about 3 centimeter long rods to add, decoration or better airflow. And then, of course, the main blades, you are going to need 8 of these 7.5 or about 19 centimeter long rods. Again, that's pieces at most. That all being said, let's get started on building this thing. So this is somewhat of what it should look like after the first stage. Now, of course, this could also be your last stage. You can stop building at this point if you don't want the extras that I'll get to in a moment. But again, you can build this with any number of blades ranging from 1 to 8. Keep in mind, however, that if the blade number, the amount of blades you have on the flywheel is an odd number, then there is a higher chance of balancing issues if you were to have it spin. So I recommend doing 4, 2, or 8, but again, that's up to your determination. I mean, you could do 6 if you really wanted to, but I like the 8-blade version better, so that's what I'm going to stick with for this video. The next step, if you were to move on, would be to prepare the 3-way connectors with the 2 pieces you can add here. Now, of course, what you could also do is you can take these off if you don't want them, and you can just place them onto the blades just like this, so then you will have 8 of these on it, and I'll show you what that'll look like in just right now. Okay, so as I just previously mentioned, if you wanted to do something like this where it stopped at the red pieces, you can easily stop here and it'll look something like this. Okay? Now, I'm going to continue on by adding the little rods. Now, what you can do is you can also add these on while the red pieces are on the blades, but that's up to you. For this video, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be doing that off screen, but you can do it either way if you'd like. You can do them separate off the blade, or you can do them on the blade. Either method will work. You'll get the same result in the end. I just wanted to mention this real quick. If you were going to do them separately, like this, just once you are done attaching both of these little rods onto it, just simply attach your whole assembly of the little connector and the 2 rods onto the big blades, And there we are. This is the finished product in the end. Again, this video showed you it from start to finish. If you would like to build a fan like this as well, I highly recommend it because believe it or not, this fan actually moves a surprisingly good amount of air. It even makes wind noise as well when I spin it at high speeds. It makes wind noise. Trust me, it's a pretty decent air mover. If only these things had actual working motors. Who knows, at some point in the future, I could potentially add motors to these and they could potentially spin on their own, which would be super cool. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see some other how-tos, go to the YouTube channel we have, Fans of Games, and check out the how-to playlist. There will also be a link at the end of this video. Thank you for watching.